What's up, guys? Today we are showcasing my 4-1 deck profile that I played on Thursday. I just want to give a shout outs to Rico Kuriwan. I saw this list on X. I believe he's from Indonesia. But yeah. So a lot of people kind of guessed it. I was playing Nico Robin. And this leader is so fun. I had a great time playing this list. And I wanted to showcase it with you guys. So moving forward, if you guys want to play this, would recommend if you wanted to play it. It's honestly pretty budget too. So what you guys need to know is that for her, 1 second. Is it? Ooh. Her ability is that she has. Oh God, it's not. It's not. She has banish, and when attacking, you can trash one card with trigger from your hand, and you can ramp a Dawn up. So, what I would do, and I would like to recommend everyone doing, is always trying to ramp the first couple turns. Because when you're at, you go to 3, you ramp up to 4, the next turn you're on 6, and then after that you ramp up to 7, and then the turn after you'll be on 9. Very important to ramp. So, because we're playing a Nico Robin deck, we got to play, and we need triggers for our cards for effect. We got to play 3 Dare Shishis. Everyone knows how I love this card. Love and hate relationship, but in this deck, it's very, very needed. So, what this card does is you can look at the top 5 cards of your deck, add 2 cards with trigger, and put them the rest of it back into any order. And you need as many triggers. This is essentially a +1, right? This card legit has 2 cards, so it replaces itself and adds another card, so it's a +1. And it's just really good, and the trigger's a draw card. So I always recommend going first with Nico Robin. You want to get the first swing out, eat as many resources from their hand, and if when you do, this card literally helps you get there. So yeah, boom. Another card I would recommend playing in a Nico Robin deck is, well, 4 Nico Robins. Oh, please let me get a little frame. Come on, focus. What this card does is you can, if your opponent has 3 or more life, trash one card from the top of their life. And the trigger is you can play one character that's the cost of 3 or less from your hand, which is really insane. And I'll go with some combos here, but I would recommend playing this card at 4. It's really strong. Every turn you're swinging 5, swinging 8. You're milking cards out of their hand or their life. And then if you get to play a Nico Robin, it milks another card out of their hand, so that you're essentially choking them of resources. So the only cards that they get would be from the draw. So, Nico Robin. 4 of those. Another card I play at 4, which is literally insane. This card is like ridiculous. You play her mom for Nico Olivia. Sorry, it's really bad. I'm normally on my iPhone, but my workspace is a mess. So, on play, it's a 2K counter, and on play, you give one of your Nico Robin leaders plus 3,000 for the turn. And the trigger is, if your leader's Nico Robin, draw 3 cards, trash 2. Helps you cycle. But the fact that, imagine late game, and then versus decks like BY, you can buff your leader to one of these. For 1 Dawn, it's 3,000 power, right? So this 1 Dawn is essentially 3 Dawn worth of power. That makes it 8. Put another one, 11, 14, and then another, 17 Dawn, right? 3, 6, 9, 12, 5, 17 K swing for 4 Dawn is insane. Not even attaching anything else. So this card is your finishing piece if needed, but also a combo that I do is if I trigger this Nico Robin out of my life, you can play this card on your turn and buff your leader up to 8, making it hard for them to your opponent to try to find lethal, So very, very, very sneaky card that I would play with. Yeah. Disgusting. This card's broken. Play at 4. And then a little bit more 2Ks that I play, and then we'll go with the other cards later. More triggers. That's a 2K. We play just for Frankie. He's a 2K, and the trigger is a draw card. And if you have one life, you play this card out. Comes up, you know. Cool 2K that you can always, it's searchable with Dershishi. Yeah, very, very self-explanatory. And then everyone should know by now, we play the best 2K in the game. This 2K is literally like infinite counter. This 2K essentially is like infinite counter because the trigger literally freezes an attack, which is insane. So if you're playing a yellow deck and you're not playing 4 of these cards, something's wrong. I think this card is broken. Maybe Pudding might not play it, but this card is just so good. Like, staple. Another card that I play, so now we play more trigger cards, and then I'll show up what the top end that we play. Even though this card doesn't have a trigger, we play 4 Jaguar D Sols, searchable off Dershishi, discardable for the effect. And if the trigger is, if your leader's Nico Robin, play this card. So you essentially have a free blocker that comes out of life that you can use to swing with. You also, it's not a dead card if you trigger the Nico Robin out of your hand. So you can just summon this, for a block. So comes up. Most of the time, though, if it's in my hand, I kind of discard it for the effect because it has no counter, right? So sometimes I discard Dershishi or this card for effect, and worst comes to worst, I discard a 2K counter. But this card is good. It's a blocker. Another blocker that I play, that's a trigger, is Brule. Play 4 Brules. If you don't know, this card literally, it's a 3/1 blocker. Oh, please focus. Anyways, it is not focusing. 3/1 blocker, and literally it just says the trigger is to play this card, which for this deck comes up because it's essentially a free block. Take a life, summon this card out. Now you can not really die, and they have to kind of weave through this as well. And you kind of are noticing that if there's a word blocker and it has trigger, we're going to play it. So we play for Sanji. This card is really good. Discard a card, play this card. He's a free blocker. And because he also can swing. He's a 5K stat line, so you're just pressuring, playing very aggressive, just swing. And if you swing with the blocker, they're going to have to swing into it. It's a pseudo block. So, yeah. Only downside is, though, you have to discard a card from your hand to summon him, which is a little bit more expensive because you're always going to be discarding for effect for the first few turns. But, it's fine. I discard this card often. It comes up when I don't. I need to discard a card for trigger, but it's not a big deal. And then onto the last blocker set that I play. I play 4 Queens. This card literally just helps cycle your hand just in case you need to play something. Sometimes you have nothing else to play. Just playing this queen is just cool. Double queening up just to cycle through your hand to find a healer, whatever. But yeah, boom. So as I explained before, turn 3, when you go first, you don't really have a 1-drop, but the next turn after, you can swing 8 or use Dershishi, swing 5. You want to ramp, discard a card, go to 4, and then go to 6 to be able to play Nico Robin. Most of the time, if I'm mulliganing for something, I'm looking for Nico Robin if I'm going first. This card literally is broken. Broken. And after you get to 6, you ramp up again. You get to 9 the following turn. We just play a few 9-drops that are just very impactful and just in your face. We play 4 Rush Luffy, 4 Yamato. This Rush Luffy is so broken. You can don -1 or more, draw a card, and this card gets Rush. It's a 9/10. It's disgusting. And then we also play 4 Yamato. This card's so good. KO up to one of your opponent's characters equal to her life total, and then if you have 1 more life, or 1 or less life, you heal 1. So my thought process is if you ramp, you banish, make him lose resources, and then if you are the first person to play this, They have to waste so many resources to out this card. You have so many counters in your hand or blockers on the field to just guard these big bodies, and they essentially can't really rush you. And it becomes a rushing game. You will have a banish every turn or a 10k swing. They have to give 2ks for. Or if you establish the Yamato, you get a heal and remove a body off the board, which is really strong as well. So those are really good. And on to the last last 7 cards we play. Just ace. Literally 3 aces. You know, this card literally comes up often where if you have, you can heal up to 1 card from the top of your deck to your life, and you have 2 or less life, you gain rush. You don't have to heal. Sometimes you can just play this. But honestly, most of the time, I'm not playing this unless I've established the Luffy. The Luffy is just so strong. It recycles itself. You know, you go 1 for 1. And then, to round off the deck, we play the most broken card of all cards, dude. This is the most broken card of OP09 for purple. Literally, Gum Gum Giant. For 1 cost, Dawn -2, trash 1 card from your hand. Make your leader, if your leader's Straw Hat Crew, add up to 1. You can choose someone to get 4,000 power, and then you draw 2 cards. Cycles itself. And literally, like, it's so broken. Once you hit 10 Dawn, you establish a Luffy into this, like, Yamato into this. Like, there's no way you're really dying. And with so many blockers coming out of your life, like, you're just super annoying. Blockers, Capones, like, you're just being super annoying just being in their face. So the goal is to ramp as fast as you can. Get to 9, get to 10, start spamming these bodies down, and just be a menace to society. And that's the deck. I hope you guys really enjoy this. Videos are going to be coming out as well. I think on Monday I'll also be doing a Katakuri deck profile, because I might be playing Katakuri for the couple days, and then I have a 3v3, so I might be playing an L on Thursday, recording that. So yeah, but once after this 3v3 is over, we're gonna put our deck down, just play other decks that we have in our collection that we want to play. Might try out Blackbeard, might try Doflamingo, you know, just be able to play other decks to showcase things, and just, you know, have content for you guys, you know, because it means a lot to me. So hope you guys enjoy this Nico Robin deck profile. Try it out, let me know how it goes. Try to go first, and like, if you don't go first, good luck. But yeah, hope you guys have a good rest of your day, and yeah, enjoy.